I've got a new microphone, so hopefully I sound better. And I look like shit, so I reversed my phone using the weaker camera at the front. So, but anyway, I lost my job again. And I swear this channel is just me posting about how I've lost my job over and over again. But this one lasted 6 months and my options were resignation or termination. And so I resigned. That meant I got a bit of extra pay, like a week and a half, and I get paid until the 31st. But yes, I lost my job again. And for those who don't know who I am, my name is Ben. I'm from the UK and I've been struggling to find work for nearly 2 years now. I've gone through 2 to 3 different jobs. And this one, well, what I learned from this role, I've never worked at this level before. Basically, I was a customer advisor, right? I was answering WhatsApps and on occasion calls. I'm not going to mention the company, but if you do your due diligence, you'd better find who I worked for. But I don't want to speak ill of any company because at the end of the day, I'm losing all these jobs. The common denominator, I can't even say the word, is me. And I'm taking full responsibility. But I wanted to make a video talking about taking responsibility and what I learned. Do you know what? When you're an advisor or in a call center, the people you work with are just amazing people. Absolutely lovely. I get on well with everyone, I swear down. I mean, I've made so many friends and I see them still. Oh, my hair looks absolutely ridiculous. I look absolute shit today. Anyway, made some amazing people, friends. And it was such a really good learning experience for me. Now, I lost my job because I wasn't hitting enough numbers, KPIs. The KPIs in particular were the amount of conversations I was closing. The more conversations closed, the better, supposedly, right? The company wanted me to do around at least 20 a day. And some weeks I was hitting 23 a day and some I was hitting like on average 17 to 19. It was really dependent on who I was speaking to because some of the customers had really long issues, right? They had big issues regarding, the problem I was trying to resolve. The numbers they expected was not obtainable without cheating the system. And so those who got the job at this company were cheating the system. They were basically saying they resolved a customer's problem when they actually hadn't, right? But it still counted as a resolve within the company. Hang on, I can hear my neighbours, 1 second. Oh, they're so bloody loud. Anyway, what was I saying? Yes, customer resolves. And the company was complaining, right, that they had an increased demand, a repeat of demand by 44%. So that meant for every 100 customers they resolved, 44 of them are coming back because their query wasn't resolved. Okay. I don't think it's just that company's problem specifically. I think a lot of companies have these issues where operations or leadership have these set demands on advisors and people at entry level. Even nurses maybe, I don't know, I don't work in healthcare. But those demands can't be met. Those demands are set by people who don't have good data analysis, I can't even say the word. And these demands are set by people who don't have good critical thinking. They got that job through maybe working hard, but maybe saying the right things as well. It doesn't match up with reality. And these big expectations just can't be met. And sure, they might try and increase the output. The thing is, it doesn't even increase the output because people come back from the same problem. And the stress for what the job was ridiculous. And that's so eye-opening for me. Because when you get a job that pays well and is less about dealing with customers directly, you get paid more and it's somewhat easier. It's crazy. And, I feel like I'm complaining a lot in this video, but I am taking responsibility and I'm learning from my mistakes. Well, you'd think I am, but this is like the third job I've lost. But anyway, I'm taking responsibility and I'm going to learn something new. So during COVID, many years ago now, I was basically becoming a full stack developer. I was learning front-end languages. And that's where I started my job career in insurance as sort of not using the code really. But I'm going back to that now and I'm going to learn Python, which I'm doing at the moment. And I'm getting into tech. I'm looking at what other jobs I can get as a result of learning these languages, whether that be data handling. So, data scientist, data analyst, machine learning, all these type of stuff. I've been learning it in my spare time, but I've been working overtime with this job. I've been working my ass off just to try and get those numbers up. And that's the other thing as well with that job. I was working more than my set hours just to try and meet business expectations. And it still wasn't enough. Some of the customers I was dealing with, took more than. So for example, say you tried to eat 40 resolves a day and you had 480 minutes a day. The shift was 480 minutes and you had to resolve, let's say 40. I think it was 40. That was the initial requirement, by the way. That meant I had 12 minutes to handle a customer. 12 minutes. It's not enough time. That's an average, by the way. So if you had a customer you're dealing with that was half an hour, you're fucked. You've got to make up those extra, 12-minute sessions. What was also interesting is I thought, well, maybe I could climb the career. Maybe I could climb that job, that company. All the leadership and all the people I spoke to were external. That says something, doesn't it? So yeah, I'm taking responsibility. At the end of the day, it's my fault I lost the job. Don't get me wrong. I'm getting into tech and I'm going to make videos on my journey doing just that. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to my rant. I know on my channel already I've made videos about how I'm going to teach people to, I was thinking digital marketing at one point and I was thinking become a teacher in LLM technology. And I do, I am still learning all this stuff. I've got my own AI assistant. I'm using Mistral 7B under a TextGen wrapper. But I need to learn the basic syntax of the coding language that I intend to use. So yeah, back to the drawing board, back to studying, and hopefully I can get a job soon. Cheers.